Hello everyone, Loremaster of Sotek here, and it's time for the last of the reveal trailers for the Champions of Chaos. Of course, we kind of figured out who all these champions were pretty early because of someone at CA. But regardless, I'm looking forward to watching this with you all. I do apologize that this is a day late. In case you haven't heard, I've been really busy with my dog Chloe, who's having some health problems. But she's okay. She's all right. You know, she's getting old, and sometimes you just gotta, do what you can to make them comfortable and get as long as you can with them, But in any event, without any further ado, I am really excited to see Valkia, so let's check it out. All right, so we got Slaanesh Warriors. So we got a big old fight. Oh, the Slaanesh Chaos Lord. He looks really good. I really like. Whoop. Rip that guy in particular. She looks so good. Yeah, Queen. Oh my gosh. Watch your back. Oh my god, she's getting circle beat. Where's the cavalry? Corn, your wife's getting her shit kicked out of her. Oh, never mind, she's fine. Yeah, I crap my pants too. I don't blame that Slaanesh Chaos Lord. Interesting. All right. So, okay. A couple things about that. Number one, I will say I really like that it seems like, I'm not 100% sure, but it sounds like every single one of the champions has their own music motif, which is really cool. I don't know if it's like they genuinely have an individual theme, but if so, that's awesome. Characters having musical themes is always, I think, a really important staple in any medium that has music, so that's good. But all the trailers definitely had different sounding soundtracks. The other thing I want to say, the thing that really stands out for me is how good Valkia looks. I mean, Valkia, she's kind of horrific looking if you really think about it, with the giant horns that have come out of her head, and she has a very elongated head because she's meant to look more kind of like a bloodletter, because Khorne, after she died and Khorne literally yelled her back to life in his rage at her not making it to him alive, he reshaped her into an image more pleasing to him, which apparently is basically just making a female a bloodletter with boobs, I guess. But because you can say she's kind of got this longer, much longer head than a human would have. But she actually, she's beautiful. Man, see, I will say Total War has come a long way in designing female characters for fantasy. Like, I don't know if a lot of y'all remember Warhammer 1 when they initially revealed some of the female characters, like the damsels for the Bretonnians. It was rough to start. They've gotten a lot better at it. But she's gorgeous despite the fact that she has fangs. Like, she has terrifying sharp teeth and, like serpent eyes, and she's very demonic in aspect. I will say it's an interesting choice for the trailer to just kind of show her getting beaten up. I mean, on one hand, it looks like they're not really doing anything to her, and then she immediately just breaks out of combat, and that guy's like, "Oh fuck!" But it's an interesting trailer. It's not my favorite. I will say I absolutely love the way Valkia looks. I love the way she sounds. She is very scary. I love her redesign. Azazel, I think Azazel was the biggest change, and I really like what they did with Azazel, but Valkia is it's basically the same character. She just looks a lot better. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Valkia's tabletop model. Not this good. Not even close to this good. Games Workshop desperately needs to remake her model because it is really old. But yeah, she looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm really excited to see her. I imagine if I had to guess, I would say she's probably the most popular character of the four, based on just kind of like what I've seen around the internet and stuff. And she's certainly the most well known. You know, Valkia has been around for a hot minute. Azazel is technically the oldest as far as like who's been around the longest, like in real world. Azazel's been around since like 5th edition at least. Valkia, I want to say, cropped up in 6th or 7th, which is not too far from when we got Village and Festus. I think Village, I can't remember if he popped up in 7th or 8th, but you know, Village and Festus kind of have a lot of characters that overshadowed them. Valkia is definitely like the queen. I was gonna say king, but she is like the big boss among the mortals of Khorne. Like, you know, there are some cool Khornate characters that exist outside of Valkia, but none of them are even close to Valkia in importance, being that she is literally the consort of the blood god. So you know, this is literally Khorne's waifu that he has thrown into the waifu wars, but she is very, very scary. You know, he liked her not because of the way she looked, but because how amazing she was at just absolutely murdering people. So I'm really impressed with how they brought her to life. I think her combat animations look really, really good. I do think that the direction on this trailer was very strange in that there's kind of a good 10 seconds of her just getting the crap beat out of her, apparently. I'm not sure what the idea behind that was. I will say, now that I've seen all 4 of the trailers, Festus easily has the best trailer. Not even close to me. Like Festus, we get dialogue, like he's actually talking. You're able to get a sense for the character. Like, not only is it a showcase showing him off, but you kind of like, you learn a lot about him. The only thing that I kind of got from this one is that maybe Valkia is really reckless. So like maybe she has abilities and powers that are kind of like, oh yeah, you kind of want to just throw her in there, but if you get her caught in a bad situation, she has getaway free cards. That's the only thing I can think, because it seems like Valkia just kind of jumped in there by herself and then almost immediately got overwhelmed before she was able to break free and do her Angel of Death pose. But yeah, she looks great. She looks great. But I will say that I do kind of intend on doing probably tomorrow. I want to sit down and do like a watch through of all 4 trailers, look at all their start positions and everything, and kind of talk about them and kind of rate them from my favorite to my least favorite, because I think that'll be kind of fun. But in any event, let's go ahead and check out the article for today. So we've got Valkia the Bloody. Hello, Total War community. Today we're revealing the final legendary lord joining the Champions of Chaos Lord Pack, Valkia the Bloody, coming to Total War Warhammer 3 on August 23rd. Valkia the Bloody is the cruel and demonic consort of Khorne. Okay, I don't know who wrote this article, but come on, man. It takes 2 seconds to look this up. And know, like, she is, you could argue that she's demonic in that she like comes off as demonic. She has a demonic appearance. She's not a demon though. Like, this, come on, that's lazy. 2 seconds of research is all it takes to realize that Valkia is still mortal. She's just she's mutated, I'll give her that, but she's just as mortal as like Dakala is. She's not a demon. 2 seconds. Terrible article. Whoever wrote this, CA Evangelos, do your research. Come on, man. It's not that hard. Returned from the dead to further the work of her diabolic paramour. Once a fellow queen of a great northern tribe, the blood god reawakened her as a form more pleasing to himself. The followers of Khorne fight all the harder in her presence, for it is said his gaze always lingers around her. All right, on the battlefield, the winged warrior queen is one of the most skilled combatants in both mortal and immortal realms, with melee stats to rival even those of Scarbrand. She has a range of powerful abilities, including the Demon Shield, which grants invulnerability for a short period of time. Yeah, okay, there you go. The Spear of Sleipnir. I think that's also a misprint. That should be, it's not of Sleipnir. I think the spear's name is just Sleipnir. Wow, they're actually going to make me break out my book for this, because that would imply that Sleipnir is like a person or something. It's the Spear okay, so that's a misprint. It should say the Spear Sleipnir, not Spear of Sleipnir. Okay, that's a misprint. Yeah, Evangelos, come on, man. You could have opened the book, gone to the Valkia page, you could have saved yourself 2 misprints in like 3 seconds. Come on, brother. I like your articles, but come on. Or sister, whoever you are. Let's see. the Spear Sleipnir, which causes the ground to erupt in a straight line, and her Gaze of Khorne passive ability, which increases the base weapon damage, armor piercing, leadership of warriors in her area of influence. Cool, awesome. Faction effects, they have access to the bloodletting mechanic, which is Skarbrand's mechanic where, like, the more he fights, the stronger his army gets, but if they don't fight for long enough, they start to take penalties. Campaign movement, plus 20% after winning a battle with all characters. Nice. She gets 50% bonus souls from sacrificing captives, or her faction does, and vassals gain frenzy and spread Khornate corruption. Ooh, that's cool. Lord effects, passive ability, the Gaze of Khorne, which is we already talked about, and campaign movement range is plus 35% campaign movement range if chasing a retreating enemy. Oh, so she's anti-Tretch is what I'm reading here. Wow, that's gonna be such a good ability. So people just can't run away from you, or if they do, it's pointless unless they're Tretch and they're trying to get that bonus that I think most people forget Tretch even has. Even though it's actually kind of a cool thematic bonus. But yeah, oh, I love this artwork. I have a higher copy of this, but I'll probably just use this for the thumb. Well, no, I probably shouldn't use this for the thumbnail. I'll probably save this for the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. But yeah, this looks great. And then we'll take a look at the Valkia Let's Play video tomorrow, by which I mean today, because I'm a day late on this, but that's fine. I'm going to make that a separate video. All right, great, cool. And as far as like we've looked at with the other videos, here's her start position. So she is up in the Ironfrost Glacier, right north of Grombrindal and Malekith. So she's basically where she was in the end times. Because during the end times, the forces of chaos invaded around the world, and the most prominent Khornate legions were led by Valkia and Skarbrand actually, and they invaded Nagaroth, which Valkia ended up ultimately claiming victory there after a very, very long struggle. Most notably, Malekith and all his most of his subordinates kind of fled and went to Ulthuan to engage in the final battle. I think the only people who didn't flee right away, or who did not like leave when Malekith told them to, were Hellebron and the Elves of Hargoneth. I believe they stuck around because they were having a blast against the Khornates. Like to them, it was like heaven. The Khornates and the Cainites were made for fighting each other. So they were all just having a ball before they finally got the message and finally pieced out to where they were supposed to go. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about for this video is pre-order. So if you want to pre-order the Champions of Chaos DLC, which is looking pretty good from what I've seen so far, obviously I'll have like more information for y'all as we get closer to release. But Fanatical actually has a cheaper bonus. If you get it through Steam, you only get a paltry 10% off. But if you do it through my Fanatical link, you'll get 25% off. And I'll have that down in the pinned comment below. So you'll save some more. You'll save, a bit more money. I'll make a little money. Everybody wins. You don't have to do it by any means of the imagination, but if you want to, you can. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to go take care of the next video for today, which is, of course, going to be the Let's Play, and I'll see you all then. Thanks for watching. Bye.